Hi, I'm Rob from hopzine.com. Thanks for joining me for another unboxing video. Well, it's not really an unboxing, it's more of an unbagging. I've been sent another beer mail by the king of the beer mail, Jens, over in Germany. One of the guys who kind of watches my channel, one of my subscribers. Huge thanks, Jens, for this. The reason I couldn't bring it home with the box was because the box was so big and it was so heavy. I've got like an hour and a bit train journey from where I live to where I work, so it would have been insane to try and bring that box home on the train. It was heavy enough to even carry over the road from reception to my office. It was, as you'll see, there's quite a lot of beer here. So I've had a peek of a few bits and bats. I've tried not to take much of a look, as I've still got, just looking around for a knife or something, because everything's still bubble wrapped up, so I'm not that sure what everything is, but there's plenty of it. So I've got 2 bags down here. So bag number 1. So this all kind of came out of me and Jens chatting about kind of what is kind of German beer, like modern German beer. Because I've got a real good idea of like a lot of traditional styles of and a lot of traditional breweries like Weinstefner and Welterberg and Jever and all. I mean, there's millions and millions and millions. Some better than others, Schneidweiss, all that kind of business. But what is happening? What is happening with in kind of like modern German brewing? Because there is a bit of a tendency to think, oh, it's just about kind of Pilsner and Weissbier and Doppelbock and stuff like that. But as it turns out, there is some kind of modern stuff. So I'm hoping in here there's going to be some great examples of modern German brewing. So I'm just going to blindly look in. I'm talking about German. This isn't German. It's a bottle of. I've never heard of this one. It's a bottle of beer from the De Molen Brewery in Bodegraven in the Netherlands. Extra strong beer. Oh, smoked imperial stout. Barrel aged. What barrels is it in? Don't say. No, it doesn't say what barrels. But yeah, barrel aged smoked imperial stout. Very nice. I missed one thing then. Wax dipped. That always says it's a better beer. If it's a wax dipped beer, it's obviously better. And it's weird. I just realised I uploaded a review of De Molen beer the other day. That's the first one I think I'd uploaded. I've reviewed another one. 2 I brought back in Belgium. None of them being that. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, one of the most kind of talked about European breweries, and I've never reviewed anything. It's Kulmbacher Eisbock, so a freeze distilled beer of some description. I don't know what beer it often is. How strong is that then? 9.2. So I don't know if that's kind of traditional. It's very traditional style, but I've never heard of that. I've only ever heard of the Aventinus Eisbock. What's this? That's interesting. As we were saying, modern German brewing, and that's Crew Ale Works, 745 escalation, double IPA, 8.3%. Where's that from? I presume it's German. Yeah, Munich. Alright, cool. Well, I don't know anything about beer in Munich. When you think of Munich, you think Oktoberfest with a piss of Americans. Got a big one in there, which I'm going to wait for the last one of this. Oh, fantastic. This is another kind of conversation we've been having. See, Goes and Berliner Weiss are very kind of popular types of beer in the UK craft beer scene at the moment. Everybody's kind of having a go at them, but to be honest, I don't think apart from, no. Yes, actually, the only other proper German Goes that have been sent was the Monarchy of Musselan, which was in the last beer mail that Jens sent me. But I think that was probably quite a modern one, but this looks quite more traditional. So it's a beer brewed with spice, brewed with coriander and salt, so that's Goes from Bayerischer Bahnhof. There's going to be some fantastically bad pronunciation of German words during this video. So yeah, fantastic. I just want to get a good idea of what kind of styles are. I think that's one of the great things about German brewing, is the fact that they, I guess they originate a lot of styles, and it's always in the best version of a traditional style. So we've got, oh, fantastic, soft and smoky. It's a bottle of Abracas by Freigaus Beer Culture. These I've heard a lot about. I've heard that as far as kind of like modern German brewing, they're one of the big ones at the moment. I've got a friend who used to be part of my homebrew group. He's actually from Sheffield, but he now lives in Oakland in California, and he says that brewery is his favourite brewery. He lives in kind of just outside of San Francisco, and that's his favourite brewery. His favourite brewery at the moment. So I'll be really interested to see what they're doing. There's been a couple of their beers knocking around one of my local craft beer bars from Freigeist. So I wonder who's that coming in from. But it says sour and smoky, so I guess that's a smoked Berliner Weiss. Does it say anywhere? No, but that's what I'm presuming. Or a goes, I don't know. But definitely a smoked sour beer, which is very different. Oh, blimey, falling out of my hand. Blimey. Look at this. I think he's trying to get me drunk. Wow. So that's the Bush. What is that? It looks like, I presume it's Belgium. Yeah, it is Belgium, because they do that beer called Scaldis, which I think used to be the strongest beer in the world. This is going to be for a celebration, obviously. Might have to pop this one open on Christmas Day. I mean, probably. Nobody else there will want to have any of it, and I'll end up supping it myself, and it's 13%. So what is it? Not even any English on the back. There's various languages. French, Dutch. Oh, there we go. Yada yada yada. Oak casks. Oh, Bourgogne wine, Fleuson beer, wine like. Okay, yeah. Oh, right. So it says it's Bush de Noit. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's aged using traditional methods in oak casks previously used to hold Saint Georges Bourgogne wine. It's Flavours beer and wine-like aromas of red fruits. Oh, right, okay. So kind of like a sparkling, oak-aged Belgian ale. I don't know. But I'm sure there's more information about it in there. I've heard of the brewery. I've never had actually anything from this brewery. And blimey, that looks fantastic. I mean, that's an equivalent, and I guess this is one of the things they do in Belgium, is create that kind of equivalent to champagne. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, it's got to be one where I've got to share, because that's 13%. I need a group of people to enjoy that. I can't drink all that myself, that was silly. Box number 2. Bag number 2, I was assuming. I can see through this, but actually I'm going to do all the rest. Then I'm going to pop upstairs, get some scissors, and get working on the ones that are all wrapped up. What was that here? This was oh, cool. Oh, fantastic. So, out of all the Demolin I've tried to have as many as I've seen. A lot of them have been drawn draft, a couple of bottles here and there. I guess one of the two of the most well-known ones will be Rasputin and the Helen Viodmans. Once again, I can't pronounce that either. But this is another of their well-known ones. Bommen and Gratin, which is I know it's a barley wine, and that's a dry hop version with Cascade. So yeah, it's just one I've always seen available. And I'm thinking, I always think, well, barley wine. Do I like barley wine? Maybe not. Because I stick to pale ale and IPA and things like that. That's, I guess, my regular drinkers. But when I get a good barley wine, it's like, Braukunstkeller, and the beer's called Amarissi. I'm sure Jens sends me these beers. Sends us a lot in the UK these beers, just to make us try and pronounce these German words for his own entertainment. IPA with Amarillo and Simcoe. Cool. 7.1. Oh, nice. Nicely branded as well. It's got a slightly kind of weirdly Russian constructivist kind of like text on it. So how strong is that? 7.1. Perfect kind of level for an IPA. What else we got now? Cool. Looks like another one, yeah. Hopfenstoffer. Incredible pale ale, quad hop craft beer. Okay, so that's like a excessively hopped IPA, 6.1% ABV, a bit from a brewery called Hopf. What are they called? Yeah, so the brewery's called Hopfenstoffer. Incredible pale ale, cool. Just as we were saying about that kind of traditional German beer and these kind of new versions of. But yeah, that's going to be really interesting because I just, what's a German IPA? I mean, imagine, as with English IPA, they use a lot of American hops, so I guess it's a German interpretation of it. Oh, cool. I've seen this. I think I've seen Stuart Pickard with a bottle like this. Weirdly, I don't know how he got his hands on one. Riedenberger Brauhaus. And beer's called Dull & Sud. Yep, yeah, another IPA. 55 IBUs, Bavarian IPA. That might be interesting. I wonder what hops are in that one. I don't know. I'll go on the internet and find out some information beforehand. I'll probably pester Jens. Just give me some background information on this. Sud 8. Beautiful branding, really cool branding. And I guess this is the thing. Some of the kind of the hallmarks of craft beer is this idea of kind of like branding your beer up in a kind of a more stylish way. And I guess you'll see the contrast between that. That's an ice bock, which looks quite traditional, that kind of like silvery thing, and then you've got the really nice graphic design of that one. Cool. I'm just going to pause this and pop upstairs and get some scissors, so back in a second. Got my scissors. So now I can get up on this. I've actually recognised what's in there, which is uber hard to get in the UK. We have had a few. I don't think I ever got around to reviewing any of them. I had the regular Saison. That's a little hint of what's in here. But I've never seen this one. Once again, it's another one I've always loved the idea of, because there's loads of Saisons being brewed in the UK, and I'm just a bit like, oh, another Saison. But when this is where it all began, and this is a guy who specialises just in doing Saisons. So that's a bottle of Phantoms Pissenlit. Apparently, I think if I remember rightly, that's a Saison with dandelions. Can't remember, but yeah, he does all sorts of crazy ones. I think I've got a black one still in there actually. But yeah, apparently that means like pissy pants or something. Anyway, fantastic, more Phantom. Yeah, it's just uber hard and really expensive in the UK as well. Even when I've been to Belgium, I've never seen any. But even when I go on watch like these kind of videos in America, or like ones with bottle shops in America, it's always like a shelf of Phantom. I've been to Belgium, I've been to Antwerp, Brussels, Ghent, Bruges. I think I've managed to see a full total of like 4 different bottles of Phantom going in like numerous beer shops. What's this here? Ooh, that's a well-known cap. It's all about the cap. Cool. So, as that iconic label, so it's a Western Terran, and it's their blonde, which is really cool. I think I've had the 8, which is like a triple. Andy Parker gave me a bottle of that, and I've got a bottle of 12 actually on my shelf. But yeah, cool. Yeah, is that? I think you can only buy all of them at the brewery though, can't you? But yeah, so Westy Blonde. Ooh, what's this? Never seen this. seeing yourselves while I'm trying to get all this packaging off. It was bomb-proof, was this packaging. It was ridiculous how well packed it was. It took me forever to chuck it all away. The recycling bin at work is very full. Ooh, we've got Sir's West Mile. I've never seen this one. So it's West Mile. So it's Trappist, but it's extra. Because I've only ever had the triple and the double, so I think that's all they do. But what this is, it's I think it's the beer that the monks drink. Like, I mean, you've got Dory from Chimay, and there's Petit Orval, obviously from Orval. But then this is theirs, 4.8%. So it's their kind of like their kind of liquid bread. I mean, it's their they're kind of the beer that I think the monks themselves, they don't say on the back. I'll find out more information about that. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, I'm sure it'll be Michael Jackson boat, which is up there. West Mile Extra, fantastic. Very exciting. Cool. One more wrapped up, and then I've got to show you something very special. Which, when I opened up the box, it was there winking at me. I was very excited when I saw it. I couldn't believe my eyes. But yeah, sadly, I did have to. I can just unbox it here. I couldn't physically get it home. So, the big fancy one. Oh, yes. This isn't it, but I'm sure this will be great, whatever it is. I've had a couple of the versions of this beer that he does, but I've never had which one's this. I have the Shoreditch one, the English one. I don't know where he brewed that. But this, once again, oh bloody hell, it's so active. This bubble wrap. And I've had one in cans as well. I don't know which one that was. Might have been the but it's Evil Twin, El Ravel, Hipster Ale. So I think is it a pale ale or an IPA? 5.5, so it'll be it's an American pale ale. But this one's brewed in Spain. Is it where on earth? Birra del Ravel. Oh, that must be where it is. Never heard of him. But it's the name of the is it kind of Barcelona then or something like that? Yeah, Barcelona. It's all about kind of like trendy areas of various kind of European cities. I mean, they do one in Shoreditch and Sonderon or whatever, and some and various other ones. But yeah, they're all kind of like cool areas. But it's a lovely beer. I've not had that one, but the other ones I've had are very good. But when left the best to last, this is an absolute humdinger. I could not believe my eyes when I saw this, when I opened that box up. And I'm going to open the box up and have a proper look at it. I never thought I'd ever see this beer. This beer essentially doesn't exist. I don't know where he's found it. Is it? I don't know if it's out of his private collections. If it is, that is so unbelievably generous of you. I am absolutely blown away. Because this, I'm going to have to show you. Firestone Walker, 14th anniversary. I mean, I know I brought it home earlier. I knew what it was yesterday, and I'm still absolutely blown away that I've got it in my hands. I've had the 15, and when I had the 15, I was really excited. And all Ryan and all the guys from Jameson were like, "Oh, well, it's okay, but you mean it's no 14." I was like, "Yeah, I know it's not 14, but I'm never going to see 14 because I can't buy it. You can't even buy it in America." And then I've got it. Incredible. So this is maybe like, it's one of their blended beers, but this is more of the kind of like stouty edge of things. I think they've got like a big amount of parabola in this one, but I know this video's run a bit long, but I think this beer deserves a little bit of time. Good lord. I don't know how he found this. See, there was a shop, I remember Peter telling me about, who had Firestone Walker beers online. I've looked, and they sold out ages ago. Oh, it is from there. Oh, it must be from his private collection. Jens, if this is from your private collection, I'm so grateful for that. It's so unbelievably generous of you. As you can see, that's the little tag from the shop. But yeah, absolutely. blown away. So what's it say? It's got all the details in it. Ah, right, okay, quickly. So it's 31% double DBA. I've got a bottle of that double DBA there. 29 Sticky Monkey, which is a bourbon aged barley wine. 27% Parabola, my favourite beer of all time. 7% Velvet Merkin, which has been bourbon barrel aged, so loads of bourbon in this one. Goodfoot, 3% bourbon barrel aged barley wine, and then 3% of Black Xanthus. So it's essentially a combination of bourbon aged imperial stouts, bourbon aged barley wines, and a double bourbon aged British strong ale. That sounds incredible. I've always dreamt of having a bottle of this beer. Never thought I'd see it. I cannot say how I'll put their label on the back. Brab Factum. That was the shop. I'm sure. I think they closed down or something. So when I looked a while back, so that's their little kind of German label for it. Ah, right. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, unbelievable. Absolutely blown away. That is. I've got a bottle of Firestone Walker 14. I've got to get some friends around to share that with. I could happily just drink it all myself. I should. That's a beer that should be shared, really. I don't want. I'm so greedy. I don't want to share it. I want it all myself. No, I really should share it. So yeah, Jens, absolutely staggering. Firestone Walker 14. I mean, all that stuff is amazing. I'm really looking forward to trying all this modern German beer and some fantastic stuff from the various parts of kind of Netherlands and Belgium. But he knew what the jewel in the crown was. I'm absolutely I'm speechless. Look, stumbling over words. That is incredible. I never thought I'd see that beer. Blown away. Anyway, thanks for watching this very overly long video. This is probably the longest video I've ever done, even longer than Terry Cave video review. But I think it deserves it because there's some incredible beer there. I'm gonna really enjoy reviewing these, especially gonna enjoy figuring out a day when I can drink that at 14 because that's a special beer. Blown away. Once again, big thanks Jens for sending this. Big thanks to everybody for watching this really long video, and I really hope you come back and spend a bit of time watching my reviews of these beers. Just got some juice. It's in a Brooklyn glass. I can't give me. So it's a school night. I can't be drinking every night of the week. So I'll touch you farewell, and I'll see you in the next review of one of these beers. I'll see you soon. Cheers.
Sincerely miss those heavy metal bands I used to go see on the landing in the summer. She fell in love with the drummer. She fell in love with the drummer. She fell in love. Shiny, shiny pants and bleached blonde hair. A double kick drum by the river in the summer.